10 celebs who crossed the line with their fans. Welcome back to Binge-Worthy Network. Secret relationships, one-night flings, and shocking scandals. Here are the 10 celebs who crossed the line with their fans. But before we jump in, hit that like and subscribe button to be notified and updated on the latest Hollywood drama and news. Joe Jonas. If you grew up in the early 2000s, chances are you were obsessed with the Jonas Brothers. The popular trio music group made up of Joe, Nick, and Kevin Jonas were one of the most popular boy bands in the early 2000s. From getting their start in their teens to moving on to Disney Channel projects and now being international superstars, the Jonas Brothers proved that they have what it takes to be real Hollywood stars. But with stardom comes incredible opportunities and secret scandals. After years of being teen heartthrobs, Joe Jonas decided to use his star power and fame to pick up girls and go on dates with them. In a 2016 interview with Andy Cohen, What Happens Live, the dance lead singer confessed to going out with fans. When host Cohen asked Joe a very personal question, the Jonas Brothers singer didn't hesitate to give an honest answer. Andy asked, "Have you ever picked someone out in the audience when you're doing a concert and said to one of your guys, 'Hey, get that girl and bring her back'?" And here's how the dance singer responded. "Yeah, I mean, I've invited them. Maybe not like, well, whatever you want to think, but it doesn't always work out if you're like, 'Hey, why don't you get that girl's number for me?'" And then they're more of a Nick or Kevin fan. That's never fun, then it bites you in the ass. When we first started with my brothers, we would do these videos and we'd get these video girls for the video and you're like, oh my god, hot girls for the first time in front of us. I've gone on dates with them before. Justin Bieber and HAILEY Baldwin. Even though Justin Bieber and HAILEY Baldwin are now one of the most famous celebrity couples in the world, their love story didn't start out on typical terms. Back in the day, Justin was known as a ladies' man who would steal hearts left and right. From millions of fans watching him perform to bachelorettes, Bieber was everyone's celebrity crush, including HAILEY Baldwin's. You see, even though both Justin and HAILEY were famous before getting married to each other, HAILEY was actually a huge Justin Bieber fan. Thanks to her actor father, Stephen Baldwin, HAILEY got a chance to meet her idol Bieber in 2009. The pair was introduced backstage where Justin kindly took pictures with his fan, HAILEY. And after almost a decade later, the two became inseparable. Now, HAILEY is known as Mrs. Bieber, while the Canadian-born performer couldn't be happier to have HAILEY as his wife and best friend. Liam Payne. Along with the Jonas Brothers and Justin Bieber, One Direction was the boy band to follow in early 2010s. The boy band, made up of 5 iconic singers, soon became an international sensation. Not only were the boys praised for their incredible singing and performing talents, but teens all over the world were obsessed with the 5. Most fans and followers were shocked to find out that 2 members of One Direction had gone on to form meaningful relationships with their fans. Even though these Hollywood performers could earn anyone's admiration, Liam Payne and Louis Tomlinson were said to have relationships with their fans. But before we get to Louis's story, let's see how Liam met his now ex-fiancée Maya Henry. This love story began in 2015 when Maya attended a One Direction concert. After going backstage for a meet and greet, Henry was introduced to PAYNE. The two began dating 4 years later and were even engaged in 2019. But after a 10-month engagement, Maya and Liam sadly called it quits. Louis Tomlinson. Now it's time to talk about Liam's co-member, Louis Tomlinson. Unlike Maya, who was an avid One Direction fan, Eleanor Calder was introduced to Louis thanks to Harry Styles, another famous co-member of One Direction. According to reports, Louis and Eleanor began dating in 2011 and were together for 4 years. Due to the hectic work schedules of the famous performers, Louis and Eleanor had to part ways in 2015. But surprisingly enough, Tomlinson and Calder did not back down from making their love story last. Because as it has been deduced by die-hard One Direction fans, Louis and Eleanor got back together in 2017. Even though they're both very private when it comes to their love lives, Eleanor did recently share a picture on her social media platforms which confirmed her romance with the former One Direction member. Zac Efron. Yet another teen heartthrob on our list is none other than the Hollywood star Zac Efron. Emerging from the Disney Channel spotlight, Efron soon gained respect and admiration amongst Hollywood producers and superstars. From working on his very own docu-series to traveling the world, Zac is known as one of the most down-to-earth Hollywood celebrities. In the beginning of the pandemic, Efron happened to dine at the Byron Bay's General Store Cafe in Australia, and that is how he met his most recent girlfriend, Vanessa Valadares. The Australian native was waitressing in the cafe when she noticed a very famous face walk in. The two began dating in 2020 and went on to move in together. But sadly, due to work conflicts, Vanessa and Zach had to call it quits in April of 2021. It looks like Zach doesn't have the best of luck with girlfriends named Vanessa. Anne Hathaway. Speaking of Hollywood stars, we must mention the Academy Award-winning actress and Hollywood sweetheart Anne Hathaway. While many children and teens may recognize the actress from Princess Diaries, Hathaway is known for being one of the most talented performers of her generation. In 2008, after ending a very serious romance with her ex-boyfriend, Anne met her fan and fellow actor Adam Schulman. This love story took off after Anne and Adam attended a screening of Hathaway's movie, Rachel Getting Married. As it was shared by the actress, she fell in love with her now husband during that screening. The two wed in 2012 and have welcomed 2 boys. Prince William and Kate Middleton. Whether you follow the royal family or not, one fact remains true. Prince William and Kate Middleton are undeniably one of the best couples in recent royal history. This fairy tale come true story began in the late 2000s when William met Kate at university. Even though numerous documentaries have been done about this one-of-a-kind romance, there is one important detail many have missed out. According to Prince William himself, when he first met Kate, she apparently had posters and pictures of him at her dorm. William once shared, "She had 10 or 20 pictures of me up on her wall at university." But looks like everything turned out well because the couple got married in a very famous wedding ceremony in 2011 and have gone on to become parents to 3 royal babies. Matthew Lewis. Harry Potter fans unite because here is a magical love story that even Hogwarts couldn't keep up with. If you grew up watching the mystical world of Harry Potter, then you're no stranger to actor Matthew Lewis, also known as his character Neville Longbottom. Lewis remained to be a fan favorite amongst millions, including his now wife Angela Jones. According to famous magazine publications, Matthew met Angela when she was an event planner. The shocking detail of this romance is the fact how Angela was hosting an event for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in 2016. Call it fate or destiny. The two hit it off straight away and went on to wed a couple of years later. Steve Harvey. While we're on the topic of magical romances, we must also mention the adorable and jaw-dropping way Steve Harvey met his wife, Marjorie Bridges. As it was shared by the famous TV host, comedian, and personality, Steve was performing a stand-up show when Marjorie immediately caught his attention. Bridges had arrived late to Harvey's show and her entrance made Steve stop the show midway and declare that he was going to marry her. Here is how Bridges recalled her meeting with the Family Feud host. "I was late and I thought he was going to give me the business because he just got real quiet. He was just staring at me. I thought I was going to become part of the show. He finally realized he's got to say something. It was like, I'm sorry, I don't know who this is, but I'm going to marry her." Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And last but not least, it's the Hollywood couple that defied all expectations. Even if you don't keep up with the Kardashians, chances are you know all about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's controversial marriage and relationship. Even though these billionaire celebrities were thought to be a match made in heaven, their marriage went south in 2020. After Kanye pursued a chaotic career in politics, Kim and Kanye's marital problems became evident, and the reality TV star filed for divorce in February of 2021. But did you know, before Kim and Kanye were the parents of 4 adorable children, Kanye was actually a big fan of Kim K. The romance started in 2003 when Kardashian was working as singer Brandy's assistant. Ever since their first meeting, Kanye immediately developed a crush on Kim K. But it took the Yeezy performer a few years to finally ask Kim out on a date. And ever since 2012, the two Hollywood A-listers have remained as one of the most controversial and followed couples in entertainment history. Too bad this love story couldn't have a happy ending. But what did you think of these celebrities who crossed the line with their fans? Is there a celebrity romance story you absolutely love? Do you think Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have a chance to rekindle their love? Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications and share this video with your friends. Goodbye, everyone.